Now we are getting we are getting to the end of the year 2013, and let me just give you a small fact about 2013. It is the first year with different figures rather. That is 2013, and it is the first time it is happening since 1987. And let me tell you that it has been an interesting year. There have been a lot of moments that we can remember 2013 year, and to take us through those moments is Joy and Smart.
Yeah, take you up on your moments. The 2013, 2014 also be another, 2014.
Absolutely, like. And I think it's probably because of the 198201.
I know,
probably, yeah.
But which would you say have been the biggest moments for you in 2013?
Westgate is right up there with them. Kenya at 50 has to be right up there with them. And probably Mandela. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Well, this is just some of the stories
Smart
that we're going to be looking at, I guess.
Somewhere in there, but it's a whole different.
Arsenal. Well, I don't want to get there because clearly I'm not on that side.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll get into that. But we're here tonight, and what we want to do is walk down those memory days and, the things that have been big this year. The election, like you mentioned, has been big. They have to be, Westgate has to be there, Mandela has to be there. All this, we want to walk in there, but most importantly, we want to get your views also on what has been big for you. And shortly, we'll be sharing with you on the screen the number that you can WhatsApp us your videos and pictures. And tell us just how your year has been. What has been the biggest year for you? Was it your birthday? What are you up to this evening? We'd like to share that moment with us. But first, let's begin with what has been possibly, arguably, the biggest story this year. That has to be the general election 2013, pitting Raila Odinga against Uhuru Kenyatta. That is CORD versus Jubilee. Let's walk down that lane and we'll come back and discuss some more.
Now I have to give the certificate of results for these presidential elections to the candidate who has won the election. By law, I'm required to give it to him and to give a copy to the current president and another copy to the Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya. I have got 3 copies. One is for the candidate-elect. It says the Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission, form number 37, under the Elections Act, Rule 87, 1A, the Certificate of Results of Presidential Elections 2013. The Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission, IEBC, certifies that the candidate who has been duly elected the President of the Republic of Kenya under the provisions of Article 138 of the Constitution in the presidential elections held on 4th March 2013 is Uhuru Kenyatta.
The 4th President of the Republic of Kenya, the Honorable Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta.
Asante. Asante sana, asanteni sana. Asanteni sana, asanteni sana. Mimi siku ya leo yangu si mengi. Ya kwanza kumshukuru Mungu na kusema ya kwamba sisi tukiwa viongozi wa Jubilee wa Kenya wa jumla tumeamua ya kwamba uamuzi ambaye umetolewa na wananchi wa Kenya, sisi zote tuajitolea kuhakikisha ya kwamba huu ushindi sio ushindi wetu sisi, lakini ni ushindi wa Mwenyezi Mungu. Ya pili, nichukue nafasi hii kuwashukuru wa Kenya pahali popote ambapo walipo, kwa vile walijitokeza kwa wingi kupiga kura. Mukavumilia jua, mukavumilia njaa, mukasema ya kwamba lazima haki yenu muipate. Tunawashukuru Wakenya wote pahali ambapo walipo, kwa sababu walijitokeza kwa njia ambaye ilitisha wengi. Ya tatu, nichukue nafasi hii pia kuwashukuru wananchi wa Jamhuri ya Kenya kwa sababu wakati nchi nyingi zilikuwa na hofu ya kwamba Wakenya hawawezi kuchaguana kwa amani, mumeonyesha dunia mzima ya kwamba sisi ni taifa la amani. Tunawashukuru Wakenya wote, na hiyo ndiyo barabara ambayo tutaweza kujenga taifa letu la Kenya pamoja kwa amani, na tuhakikishe ya kwamba kila Mkenya ameweza kupata haki yake.
Another tainted election. This is not the IEBC that Kenyans and Judge Kriegler envisioned. This crisis is not just about the IEBC. It's a crisis in the very workings of the faith that Kenyans have placed in their institutions to respect their democratic rights and the rule of law. It is democracy that is on trial. As we said repeatedly during the campaign, we would have readily conceded if the IEBC had attempted to deliver a reasonable, honest elections. Or even if it had addressed the serious concerns that the court team led by the Vice President formally presented to the Commission 3 days ago. We only want to lead if Kenyans want us to. We have no other vested interests. And if Kenyans don't want us, we don't want to impose ourselves in the will of the people of Kenya.
Absolutely, that's why I would like to pick up this conversation, the most memorable, and it was pitted as the mother of all elections, if you like, coming hot on the heels of 2007 elections. Joy.
That's right. And now that Kenya did usher in, the new constitution, I think this 2013 election was very remarkable in a sense that we saw people voting, 6 ballot boxes, and they voted for the president, they voted for their senators, they voted for the governors, they voted for their members of parliament. So, this 2013's election was remarkable in Kenya's history.
Absolutely. The fact that it was actually under the new constitution, and it was a peaceful election. After the debacle of 2007, I think it was a welcome gesture that Kenya can actually hold credible elections, regardless of the fact that we had so many people to vote for.
Indeed, and it came with its twists and turns, if you like. It was a peaceful election. Kenyans did their bit, voting the 6 piece, if you like, after the elections. We knew it was going to be always tight, and it was very close, very tense, up to the last minute, if you like, until it was announced. Very much in 51, just crossing over 51 plus 1 that is
over
needed.
50 plus 1, yeah.
I think for the first time, well, at least for the time that I've been in Kenya, I saw a lot of voter turnout. Unlike the previous elections, I think this was different. People were so enthusiastic about who they're going to vote for. They were so excited about the fact that we have devolution in Kenya and now it's going to be practically implemented. I think that was quite
And from a journalistic
hopeful
point of view, I think it was the most exciting campaigns, to cover.
It was fascinating to cover. This beautiful studio, we christened it the Atrium, and we were covering it. Joy Doreen Vera was here, taking all options and communications from world over. I was up there interviewing people all through the night. It was just a beautiful piece to cover. It was one of those moments you'd want to be in journalism and cover these elections. It was fascinating. It was historic. The first elections under the new constitution. beautiful piece, if you like.
That's right, and also we should commend those who did participate in the politics this year. First of all, to start with the presidential candidates for accepting the results. You know, if we look back at 2007, 2008, especially with the 2008 post-election violence, the world was looking at Kenya. We saw international media stage-managed stories that didn't exactly portray Kenya, in positive light. But Kenyans showed that we were better than what we were in 2008, and what was portrayed in 2013 was.
I like how Joy says, "In Kenya, we Kenyans,
Yes.
we."
Yeah.
Come on,
Welcome home, sir.
Welcome,
Welcome.
Kenya.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
All right.